The Federal Reserve has usurped its power and the power of the American people and our elected representatives.
Yeah, I think a lot of it starts with the money and it starts with the Federal Reserve. But what we're seeing now is a time that everybody has to speak up and everybody has to be peaceful. But we need to speak up and we need to crowdsource a solution. I'm not going to keep reiterating my solution over and over again. I want a better one. And the latest news is that these bootlicking establishment, soulless people in D.C. that we have elected and put there, they have decided to bring up a piece of legislation. Now, I don't think it has a chance to pass, but I'm not even going to guess on that. Nothing would surprise me at this point. But let's bring up the article on it. They want Trump dead. That's what this comes down to. And it's out in the open, it's blatant. And the most recent, they don't have the courage to just come out and say it. We know what they want. I wish they would have the courage to just say it. I would have more respect for it. There's a new bill. There's a lot of bills that come up that have no chance to pass. This bill here is being brought up as just a nudge, just in case. They have the case in Manhattan, which is just a terrible case. But it looks like, as of right now, Trump can't really delay it. And it's going to be decided before. If nothing changes, it's going to be decided. We have a very big moment this Thursday I'm going to talk about. But if nothing changes, then this is going to be decided from what I'm seeing. I'm not a legal expert, so correct me if I'm wrong, if you know something else, that maybe they have some tricks up their sleeve to try to at least delay it. It's not going to be delayed till November. I don't see how that could happen. The judge thinks it's going to be wrapped up by the end of May, I believe. So what if that extends, June? We're not even close to November. And with that case, he is in front of a jury of not his peers, the opposite of his peers. And even if somebody on that jury is a secret Trump supporter, because I don't think any of them are overtly. The jury, actually, the demographic of it is the best you could probably get in that area. But there's a lot of pressure. Say I was on that jury, I would be pro-Trump in a way, and the case is trash. But you would be under a lot of pressure in Manhattan. They've leaked basically, one juror, I believe, said, I want to get out of here because the media leaked enough information about me that friends and family were like, damn, you got on the jury? So that's a scary situation if you're on that jury and they're leaking enough information in the press. So people, your friends or family, they're not even asking you. They're like, damn, you on the jury? I heard that you were on the jury. That's not a safe place to be in. And let's take a look. So what that means is Trump, they would convict Trump of anything. They would convict Trump of anything with any evidence. As long as they get to deliberation for the jury, they would convict him. So now that's why this bill comes into play. They're not ready to pass this bill yet. But what they're doing is setting the scene to say, just in case that thing goes through that we're trying to do, which has a chance of going through, let's get this ready and start planting it in the seeds of the public. We actually talked about this because I said Donald Trump shouldn't have turned himself in because he has Secret Service protection. And then one of the things I said, well, the obvious chess move is to remove the Secret Service protection. Mississippi Representative Bennie Thompson, who serves as the ranking member of the House Committee on Homeland Security, has introduced a significant piece of legislation. Look at this. These acronyms that they come up for these bills is just, these are not serious people. It's the DISGRACED Act. The DISGRACED Act has 9 letters, and they've made an acronym out of it. Let's make a rule. If your bill has more than 5, let's just not do this. They called it the Denying Infinite Security and Government Resources Allocated Toward Convicted and Extremely Dishonorable Former Protectees Act. So obviously that bill is not going to have a chance to pass as that. There's not. I don't think there's enough Republicans. Well, the Ukraine money passed, so maybe I'm wrong. But that's the bill, Disgraced Act. That's what it stands for. The proposal is specifically aimed at. It's not for Donald Trump. It's specifically aimed to address Secret Service protection for former presidents who have been convicted of felonies with bad orange tans and orange hair. No, that's not in the bill, but they basically, it's kind of like when they outed Meek Mill. They were like, Philly rapper who once dated Nicki Minaj and very famous and, whoa, ding, 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 ding.
He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj.
Meek Mill. Yes, you got the answer. It's basically the same thing. The core motivation for this bill is to address Donald Trump, of course, and they're open about it. Bennie Thompson, outside of the bill, he's open about it. He is really a stupid human being. He's the black imam that they propped up during the J6 hearing. He's just completely I don't even really say that a lot about these people. Like Nancy Pelosi, I give her credit for her intelligence and craftiness and evilness. Chuck Schumer. This guy's just dumb. He's just flat out stupid. I don't know if he used to be smart. I never really followed him until recently. I mean, the dude is just, so what they did was for the J6 hearings, he would come out, he would be the black imam face of it. And then if you watch the hearings, he would come out with this pre-written, obviously he didn't write it. He's clearly not smart enough to write or edit the little speech he would do for the first 5 minutes. Then you would never see him again. It would be Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, and all of them rattling off, showing pictures, playing videos of Salty Cracker and Tim Pool reading the news. Literally happened in the J6 hearings. Bennie Thompson was the black imam face, and he was god awful. Oh my goodness, he was terrible. He just came across. He didn't really say much. He just came across as like slow and stupid. So maybe he's not. That's just what he came across to me as. You can't be that stupid to get in that position of power. Under current U.S. law, former presidents are entitled to lifelong Secret Service protection. You remember when the country used to respect former presidents, even when they were Barack Obama, George Bush, and whoever else? That seems like the yesteryears. It also extends to their spouses and, under certain conditions, their children. This protection includes physical security provided by highly trained agents. Those are the guys with the sunglasses. They look like agents from the Matrix. And they follow around, look up, they spot the area, they scope the area before the president comes through to keep our president safe. There's bad actors out there. So obviously, if you remove Secret Service, what does that mean? That means your president's unlived. At some point, at some time, it's just a matter of time. Why do you think you have it in the first place? They would want to, let's say the other cases all fall apart. Fannie Willis is, maybe still getting her toes sucked by Nathan Wade. I don't know, not even allegedly. And maybe people get tired of that and say that you're a clown, and that falls through. Maybe the J6, the classified docs fall through, and it falls on this, the hush money trial, the business falsification records that they just piled on charge after charge when it's really just one thing. And that misdemeanor turned into a felony. I don't even know if we got the felony charge. I've thought from reading it was something to do with the election is what they were trying to say. I don't even know. They had to twist it past the statute of limitations, a misdemeanor. They want to put the president in prison for a misdemeanor and then remove his Secret Service protection. That means they want him unlived. Period. End of story.
Middle MAGA.